kind of want one of her Beam Me Up Scotty merch. It's pretty sick.
Gotcha. Speaking of artists from the early 2000s, well, from the early 2010s, let's get into.
Your favorite rapper of the decade, Bastion.
So, one of your friends called you out on Instagram. Let's get into that first before
Yeah,
we even talk about.
shout out to Chris, man, because Chris is he's a big fan of J.Cole. Okay,
I
Jermaine
remember.
Cole. Yes, you spazzed out on him on radio back in college. I remember that. I set that up perfectly too because I knew that they loved J. Cole and you couldn't stand him. And I'm very in the middle when it comes to J. Cole because I like J. Cole. Okay, Chris he called me by my government. He's like, yo, this is for Giovanni Anglin, and J. Cole is back, and he's not rapping about folding clothes. He's not talking about bananas and almond milk. He's not doing any of that. Okay, all right. He has production with Boy Wonder. He got features. He got all of that. So what do you got to say now, G? What do you got to say now, all right? And I'm gonna say this: Bastion, he doesn't like J. Cole like that. Okay, a lot of
Mhm.
people love J. Cole. I'm very in the middle with J. Cole, where he can impress me on some stuff and then he can just leave me bored. Okay, because sometimes I'm not gonna lie, J. Cole can be boring. Okay, he can make napkin music. All right, this man made a song about folding clothes, and that's something I will never get out of my head. Okay, you talk about bananas and almond milk. Listen, I like folding clothes too. I don't need to hear it in the damn song, but I'm going off tangent. I'm just saying all that to say J. Cole could be very hit or miss, especially when it comes to his albums. Okay, to me, and Bastion doesn't even like 2014 Forest Hill Drives, but to me, I thought at that time that was still Cole's best project because KOD was cool, but like he had the Kill Edward features, which I thought was stupid, but I thought the message was cool. And the only real thing I remember, or that's worth note about KOD, which was 3 years ago, was 1985, and that was
That's
his.
crazy that you not a big fan of KOD when I actually like KOD.
I like KOD because I like the message and all that stuff. I just didn't like the Kill Edward features
I
because I
like
thought
Kid Edward
that was stupid because that was just J. Cole. But also
as a
I just
16-year-old. Yeah,
nah
you didn't like that concept.
I didn't like the vocals.
The Kill Edward was about his younger self and how kind of his perspective at that age.
Mm, okay, I mean I just feel like sometimes in that album at least like J. Cole could be preachy at times. Like to me at least he sometimes he talks at you instead of talks to you, so it comes off a bit preachy at times. So that's why I thought I think I gave it a good I think I gave it a good score at the time. I think I gave it like a 7. Like I
Yeah,
didn't think it was horrible,
yeah.
but I thought like his best work for me at least
Mhm.
2014 Forest Hill Drive, and you didn't really care for it. 2014 Forest Hill Drive.
No, his best work is the warm up season, and the come up season. His
Mhm.
mixtapes
The mixtapes.
back in the day, and the warm up the season was just fire. I thought, and this is what I said multiple times. If you're a long listener of the show, oh, okay, this guy is going to be the person to destroy Kanye. I got it. This is 2009. This man will take over. He makes beats, he does rap, he does it all. Triple double, no assists. And the album Cold World came out. I said, no, that was just a bad first project. People have bad first projects, especially if you're in the new record label like Rock Nation. Born Sinner came out. It's like, all right, I'm tired. Then 2014 came out. It's like, all right, this is not it. This is not it. He also came out with another Friday Night Lights mixtape that was just flat out boring. But yeah, this guy has a lot of ideas and plans, but sometimes it's outdated,
Mm.
and that's what he continuously does. His ideas are outdated, so when he raps about it, it doesn't sound good to anybody.
Well, I think that's where you messed up, Bash. And I think you back then saying like this is the guy to kill Kanye. I think that's where you messed up because you put a lot of hope into
No, that's not true. It's not about like hope or anything. It's like this person has room to grow. I will see him grow.
what
He
to kill
hasn't
Kanye
grown.
though, Bastion? To
Huh?
kill Kanye though? You
No,
said
in the
kill Kanye.
concept, this person will be able to produce high level beats because at the same time he also produced for Kendrick Lamar. high
Exactly.
power.
He did
That's
exactly.
a high level beat at that time.
It's a fire ass beat. It's
That's
still
what I'm
one of
trying
my
to
favorite
say.
tracks.
You see, come on, man. If you make all of these great beats, listen to the warm up. It's an amazing album front to back. You can't tell
Passion.
me that you didn't expect him to create better beats in the future. And what I'm talking about, it's like, fine, he's a great rapper, sure.
He's
But
a great
these,
rapper.
it's
He
like he has Nas problem. He just sucks at
That's what I was
choosing
just gonna
beats.
say. Bastion, he wants to be Nas. Let him be Nas, okay?
He doesn't want to be Nas. He wants to be J.
He
Cole.
is. He had a damn song called "Let Nas Down." He wants to be Nas.
Some topics. All right, let's get into the album. Some topics you just have to discuss, right? And
Okay.
Let Nas Down was one of them. You know, he didn't cheat. He didn't break a 8-year engagement to make that song. He just had a conversation. You feel me?
All right. First off, before because I'm gonna let you go because I don't know what your thoughts on the album. So a lot of the critiques a lot of people have with J. Cole, including myself sometimes, is J. Cole doesn't have features on his albums. He makes the beats all by himself, and sometimes the beats suck. He should get more collab on these projects. Okay. Sometimes he should not be preachy. He should stop making napkin music because when he's on other people's tracks and other people's features, he can thrive really well. He's one of the best. Like Cole reminds you every time that he's on another track, he is freaking awesome. He's freaking dope. I think 2019, he was just on other people's tracks, just murdering everyone. He was that awesome. And now J. Cole is back with the off season. Okay. And Bashin, I'm just gonna let you take the floor here.
Mhm.
I value your J. Cole opinions because they're of not because you don't pander, Bastion. You don't pander to the popular crowd, and that's why I respect your J. Cole opinions a lot. So I'm just gonna give you the floor, everyone. This is Bastion's opinion on the latest J. Cole record, 3 years in the making, the off season. Go.
Off season. It definitely sounds like this is J. Cole's off season, if you know what I mean. This 39-minute project coming out May 14 started out with some Cameron verses. Not verses, just him talking.
Cameo.
Now you're getting a Cameron verse. You're getting this boring beat that sounds similar to like an old NBA mixtape, of just like players, dribbling all on YouTube and stuff. And then you got him with his boring, rumptious bars. And it's strange because it does sound like the intro to an album. Then you get to the next song that sounds like an intro for the album. So in my opinion, he created 2 intros for this album. Secondly, he mostly produced, I think, in my opinion, maybe like 80% according to Tidal's composition when it kind of show like who created who. So, applying pressure is all him. 100 mil got T minus on it, and then we also have like DJ Dahi kind of helped out with let go my hand with Slack and Boz, and Boz is great as well. And the features they played their part, but they didn't shine. So when you're saying that joke, he sold a mill without any features. It's like even he had those features, he'll still do the same numbers. Like features are kind of great, if you're able to mix with their certain artists. So, and then you said like, oh, he got a beat from Boy Wonder. It's like I didn't know which beat was Boy Wonder. They're all boring. I have to look at the track to kind of realize, okay, this one's a Boy Wonder beat. Oh, cool. Nothing. Boy Wonder is the best producers of our time. Same thing as DJ Jahi. But if you had connection to these two people, you should have like a beautiful sounding album. I know Gio is not a fan of 315, which is Childish Gambino's album. But sonically, DJ Dahi, like the album sonically sounds pleasing on any type of speaker. That's what everybody was saying. I'm not talking about lyrics. I'm talking about the instrumentals and the beats because DJ Dahi knows what he's doing, and we all know that he's kind of one of the best up and coming producers to this day. And Boy Wonder is such a hit that he signed. I think it was like maybe an 8 singles contract with Good Music, and he hit that 8 within less than a year. Like he just needed to make 8 big singles, and that's it. That was the end of the contract. So you have these like 2 prominent producers that you did not use any, and you had 3 years. If you said you're making this project in 3 years that you took a lot of time to make, it would have sounded amazing. Instead, you know what he did for these 3 years, Gio?
What's that, Bash?
Well, first of all, he was a father, so and he's a husband, took care of his family, very important. But he was probably in his off season preparing to play basketball
Oh no.
overseas in Africa.
I knew.
My boy missed the warm up, which had a very excellent theme for playing basketball. 35 years old J.Cole out here playing basketball, looking like a wrecked dad playing basketball overseas.
So I take it that you saw some of the Rwanda games.
Rwanda, out of all countries. This is why no name was calling you out. This joking. No name never called you out. You just felt like putting your name in the hat.
We're not gonna go over that, Bastion.
But now we know. J. Cole does not read. J. Cole is a very smart gentleman. He's not as political as his boys thought, like Chris. Back in college when, everybody think they're smart, everybody think they're political, but they're not, just all liberals. But that's how it is in college, bro. So we all thought J. Cole was cool. Not me, though. I knew something was fishy. I knew something was weird. I knew he wasn't cool. J. Cole, whack. This album, garbage. I don't want to listen to it anymore. And that's all I have to say. I don't want to be rude. I think J. Cole's probably a very cool person. But I like KOD. I thought KOD was great. I thought it was very experimental. He kind of went a different direction to what I was expecting. And this off season, man, even if you look at the cover, just not done well at all, man. I don't know. That's all I have to say. Uh, the bars are boring. Come on, like, everybody knows the first bars you think about, like put an M on his head, like Luigi brother. Come on, man. I was like, word. This is how we're gonna start the album. There's a lot of bars I would like to discuss, but
Oh please, hey, this is your floor. I'm get whatever you want to say, please.
nah, it's fine. What Gio?
Yes.
What is your thoughts on this project? This is what Sebastian Street say. Sebastian Street say
It's whack. It's
it
horrible.
it's not good. Right. Overall, I was just being mean for the past 5 minutes. But overall, it's not listenable. I thought sonically it's just not there. And I love music. Like, even if you're rapping, if you're not rapping well, like, as long as you sound great sonically, like, it was really weird to kind of hear J. Cole's off season. Then Gio told me and my cousin told me to listen to Kodak, and like, I'm thinking about Kodak now. He sounds Jamaican. Like, yo, that's fire. Kodak album has more emotion than J. Cole rapping. J. Cole's trying to sing in this album.
Yeah,
Drake, come on, man. Like, call Drake. He's your boy. You guys went to the store to buy J. Cole's album off of from some weird social media nonsense. I remember that. It was on the blogs.
I
Hype
remember
Track
that too.
posted that. Two Dope Boys posted that.
Yeah, he did sing in that. I was not a fan of the singing on this. I thought
Lil Baby
vocal.
got a good verse.
And that is one good thing about the album. Lil Baby has a great verse. All right, let me start off with the positives, right? I enjoy the features on this album. I thought 21 did great. I thought Lil Baby did great. Black and Boss, they're all right. I enjoy the fact that it started off. I thought the intro 95 South was cool because I didn't expect A, Killer Cameron to make a cameo, and B, that Lil Jon sample at the end. I thought that was cool. It got me hype. But then we got to Amari, and I was just like, what the hell is this? I thought the hype that I had from the first track instantly left when Amari came on, which is the second track, because yeah, like you were saying, J. Cole started singing on this track, and I thought vocally I didn't like it. I just didn't like the vocals
It
at
sounded
all.
like two intros. It sounded like it's a
Yeah.
second intro to the album.
And then we went to My Life, which I enjoyed. I thought when 21 came through, I thought was fire. And then applying pressure,
Yeah. I can't forget the 21.
21 and J. Cole just work so well together. They're like peanut butter and jelly. Like they just work. They really do. Um, I wouldn't mind a 21 J. Cole EP. I think that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, they just work so well off of each other. Applying pressure, I thought was fire because J. Cole is just rapping and talking his ish. Um, Punching the clock, it was okay. It was only what, like under 2 minutes. Again, Cole rapping. Um, 100 mil with Boss, I didn't care about. Pride is the Devil, I thought the beginning was had a weird intro, but then as the track progressed, it got better and Lil Baby saved it. And then after that, everything else sucked to me. Everything else afterward.
My man
Like On
said
My Hand,
crispy.
interlude, the climax,
My man.
close, Hunger on Hillside with Boss. I thought
Yeah.
the rest wasn't that great. So out of the 12 track album, I liked one, two, three, four, five. 5 out of 12. Yeah, it's not that great. I thought it wasn't that it was yeah, it was It was that's just me personally. I thought
It's
it was
the
just
bars, bro. It's the bars. Because like if like Lupe Fiasco, Food and Liquor 2, the instrumental sucks, but the
Mhm,
bars kind of made it listenable.
mhm.
Boring instrumentals, but the bars were fantastic.
Yes.
You know, for this one, it's like it's both boring, right? Like nothing's calling out. Like my dude said, Krispy Kreme dreams. Sometime my dogs want to kill 12. Like, what does that mean? Because donuts come in 12. My dogs want to
Because
kill
no
12.
cause cops love donuts, Bastion. That's
Krispy
like the
Kreme
cop
dreams.
trope
Sometimes my dog want to kill
be,
12.
because
Bullets be
it's a
humming like
trope.
Cuddy. Bullets
Yes.
be humming like Cuddy
That's
from one of your
self-explanatory.
hoodies spaghettios plashing.
Okay, I can't defend that one. But the cop and don't the 12 donut one, I thought no, that's the trope of cops loving donuts. So I get that one.
I did like how it ended. It said God watching, hey Yahweh, you know,
Hey,
Yahweh.
yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Got it.
I thought that was a nice taste.
But yeah, I thought this one it was because I liked 5 tracks out of the 12, and those 5 tracks it was just Cole talking his ish, and that's something I enjoyed a lot of. I enjoyed Cole talking his ish because I feel like he deserves it. He whatever, despite what a lot of you think, or was despite what you think, Bashan, I'd say in the 2010s, definitely Cole is in that top three. It could be Drake Cole. I'm sorry, Drake Cole, Drake Kendrick Cole, or Kendrick Drake Cole, but he's always in that top three discussion, whether we all like to admit it or not, because J. Cole is a talented dude, just not in basketball, but he's good at rapping and all that stuff. And whenever he drops a record or drops an album, or he comes with a collab with his Dreamville buddies, people stop and they want to listen. And that's something I will give J. Cole. He's definitely withstanding the test of time, but he's done it his own way. J. Cole, he likes to pop up whenever he wants to, and he likes to go away when he wants to, and that's something I appreciate about Cole. I appreciate the mystique of a lot of these artists now too. Like, we don't know where the hell Frank Ocean is. Frank is back in his cave somewhere, and it's been damn near 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Kendrick, we already know about Kendrick. We haven't seen Kendrick in a while too. But anyways, I
just
just think
kind of a quick discussion, real quick.
yes,
So, comparing like K Dot to J Cole, what's K Dot's least popular? Like in your opinion, what's your least favorite K Dot album?
damn,
Damn, right? So not too long ago, I actually listened to Damn again and
it's a
thought
good album.
this is a very good album. I think
It
in
is.
the flow of when it came out, we were expecting something better, so
Yeah,
we all were blinded. And I gave it so much time. Well, it came out 2017.
it came out
It's
2017.
been so long, and I'm listening to it. It's like this what God feels like. Like It's like, oh, this is a great album. I don't
It's
know
a good
why I
album.
had this weird kind of hatred to it. I
I
think
didn't hate it. I just
it's
felt
not
like
what we wanted.
yeah, I just think after what To Pimp a Butterfly was, everyone was just like, "Yo, what the hell is he gonna do next?" I'm not gonna. I did enjoy the album, but
It's just easier to enjoy
it was
knowing what it was.
yeah, it was easier to indulge, but also like because To Pimp a Butterfly had like no radio hits, quote unquote. Um, Damn
He had a
had a
song.
lot of yeah, he had a lot of radio hits. He of course he had Humble, he
Yeah,
had the
yeah,
Rihanna track.
yeah,
Like he had a couple he had DNA.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it became a bit it was a bit of a commercial album, you know, because I think Humble is like one of Kendrick's like that thing went number one.
Yeah, I think it's his least creative bar albums, but it's still very good at a high level because he did
I
a
would
lot of
say
repetition. So he kind of understood the pop formula for the album.
damn, like he had a lot of um subliminal shots on that album as well. A lot of people were saying Drake at the time. I thought it was Drake. And a lot of people were talking about Big Sean at the time too, especially with that track Element. Talk if I gotta step up, yes, I'ma make it look sexy. We were like, yo, who is the PAN?
I don't think he cares for Big Sean. I think that's like a media beef because no one ever talks about it except for media. It's not.
That is true, but let's not forget about the Heart Part 4, where he was like, oh, I'm a son you punk ass, blah da 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 da. You
Oh,
better watch
okay.
how you
So
talk about
this
me.
is this crossovers to something that happened. J.Cole said the last person he fought was Diddy, and it
Yes.
kind of spoke about a problem that Diddy had with J.Cole during the Controverse because not
Kendrick.
J.Cole, Kendrick during the Controverse because he said it was the king of New York. I think Diddy was about to like fight him, but he ended.
Correct.
But J.Cole is taller than Diddy, so he's just able to shove him away. I thought that was. I was like, huh. I kind of forgot about that.
I did forget about that too, but
That was a
also
rumor.
I forgot like low key Bastion, I did forget how close and intertwined that J. Cole and Kendrick are. Because it's been a while since like we've actually seen them together in public. Like, of
Mhm.
course, I'm sure that they're like really tight and all that stuff behind the scenes. But like in public, it's been a while since we actually seen them together. But and also it's been a while since um they did tracks together. I think the last time I remember Cole and Kendrick doing a track was the Black Friday thing that they did where they took each other's beats and they switched and they made verses for each other's beats.
Mhm.
So I think Cole did a track to All Right, which I hated. I could not stand. I really couldn't stand it. And then Kendrick did one for J. Cole's track on 2014 Forest Hill Drives, and Kendrick just murders that damn track. I'll never forget it. But I think that was the last we ever had of like a Cole Kendrick collab.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of fans are still like they long for that. And I do too. I'm not gonna lie.
And I the kind of the reason I actually brought up Dan was just kind of talk about like retrospect when you step away from a project you listen to, like either you liked or disliked, um, and you kind of give it some time to breathe and you go back to it, it does sound different. And
Hmm.
when I tried to do that with J. Cole, because I did end up listening to like all of Kendrick's albums straight out, it's like back to back to back. It's like, all right, this is great. He has such a great career from like 2007, 2008 with his mixtapes and stuff. And I
Yeah.
went to do the same thing with J. Cole. Listen to the warm up, the come up, listen to Friday Night Lights. It's like, all right, these are all decent projects. Not like Friday Nights is as bad as I remembered. And his first album was like, okay, this I see why it failed, and I
Yeah.
kind of see why Born Sinner isn't as bad either. But
Yeah.
I do understand like this isn't interesting. This isn't something I could go back to. So I did have my retrospect with J. Cole as well, and just listening to where he was going, I still think KOD is a little bit more interesting as what he was trying to do something different. He had a plan and he decided to tell a story
I
with
I understand
characters
that.
and development. So it's like, I try to I'm not like completely I know I just made a little joke with J. Cole. It's
Right.
not like I completely despise him as an artist. I do still see him
Oh,
as
I don't
like,
think you do.
someone important to the industry.
Definitely. I think he's important to the industry. I think he's important to the rap game. I think he's important to the culture. I just I feel like this album was J. Cole's way of reminding people that he's really good at just rapping. Like it doesn't have to have some theme like For Your Eyes Only did or or what KOD was. Like cuz to me like this really wasn't much of that much of a theme. It was just more of hey, this is what's going on with me right now, but also don't forget that I'm J. Cole and I can still bar you to death. Um and it's not a bad thing. I just think the execution in a lot of it wasn't. that good, except for those 5 tracks that I listed. I thought those were great, but the rest I couldn't care less for.
Yeah. But overall, that's kind of my thoughts on it.
Yeah, and I still think you should. Well, I don't think you'll ever change your mind about 2014 Forest Hill Drives, but I think to me, I think that's Cole's still best project. I think it has some of the more memorable lines, the more memorable songs, memorable beats, memorable album cover too. Like that, everything about it is just pretty memorable. When you think of J.Cole, or when you ask someone about J.Cole, I think 2014 Forest Hill Drive's going to be one of the first albums that comes into mind automatically. And then me personally, the 1985 effect, because my man is Nostradamus over here, or Negro Damus. Again, you got 2 more years, kids. 2 more years till we see you on Love and Hip Hop. So out of 10, Bastion, what are you giving this album?
5.
5? Mediocre? Okay.
Yeah, it's mediocre. It's
Yeah.
like I said, he's not like not a SoundCloud rapper just rapping for his first time. Like that's a 3, you know.
Yeah.
But like
That's fine.
it has like production. He has like good verses, and
Right.
he has interesting verses. But like I
And,
said, it's just not captivating for my ears.
and his basketball skills, what do you give it?
No, it's just weird, man. J.Cole, he's pretty old.
That is a flex, though, Bash. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
It's
J.
not
Cole
a
is
flex.
pretty thick.
Rwanda is
He's
not
not.
a flex.
No, the flex was they were warming up to his music. That's a flex.
Not a flex. The dude's 36 years old.
Okay, I'm not gonna compare him to LeBron, but
Literally
I'm
the
not gonna
same age
compare.
as LeBron.
Yeah, literally the same age. Literally, I'm not gonna compare him though.
Dude, he doesn't have to play basketball. He
I
shouldn't be
agree,
playing
but
basketball.
he wants to. It's not like he's in the NBA.
No, you don't have to. There's like small teams for that in local groups
But he wants to, Bastion.
in
Listen,
Rwanda.
I mean, hey, do
In
I think
Rwanda,
J. Cole can be like Adam Sandler, just go to the park and play a pickup game? Yes.
you
Does
should.
he want to do that? No, just let him have his fun. Whatever. I'll watch a game or two just to see J. Cole shoot some brick threes. Why not? I like J. Cole, despite everything.
Some things should be. Hey, listen, if you're kids out there, adults out there, some things are okay being a hobby.
Yeah, hey man, get your paper, J. Cole. I ain't mad at you.
Paper up in Rwanda, you bugging, bro. All right, let's